So you walk into your local Bible store or pull up the Bible on your phone, and you're just flooded with options. There's so many different Bible translations out there. The options seem endless, and choosing one can be hard. There are direct translations and paraphrases, commentaries, and parallel Bibles. I mean, what's up with all these translations? The Bible wasn't written in English. The ancient manuscripts are mostly Hebrew and Greek with a little Aramaic thrown in. Some of these ancient words have multiple English word meanings, so context is key. Sometimes multiple ancient words translate into one English word, but an English word that changes meaning based on its context. The choices made in these situations involve careful study. Translators must also be aware of modern sentence structure. For instance, in Hebrew, a word might be repeated twice to indicate emphasis, where we would use a qualifier. So, die might be translated as will surely die in English. The decisions translators make in each of these situations are what generate our modern English translations. When you are deciding on a translation, it could be nice to know a few of the factors that go into each. What is the intended audience of the translation? An example of this is the average reading level. What is the translation philosophy? Is it word for word or thought for thought? What manuscripts does that translation use? Are they translating a reliable source or a translation of a translation? Who took part in translating it? Is it a person, a team, or a team of teams? And when was the translation made or updated? Is it really old and unchanged, or has it been updated in light of recent findings? None of these factors have just one answer, and all five work together to form a translation. For most of us, the hardest choice is balancing the faithful translation of specific words with the readability of the full text. This is where a translation philosophy chart is beneficial, where different translations are grouped into different categories. The categories I'll use are word-focused, readability-focused, and thought-focused. I would recommend your primary Bible translation be from the word or readability categories. Reading a thought-focused Bible can be very helpful. However, I would caution against reading only a thought-focused translation. If you're going to read one of these, I would pair it in conjunction with a Bible from one of the other categories. For example, you can find parallel Bibles that have the ESV translation and the Message side by side. If you use a phone app, then you can always flip between a few different translations when you're struggling with a specific verse. Overall, don't be intimidated by all the different translations you see. Find a faithful one that is readable for you, trust that translation, and dive into God's Word.